Hi everyone, we're now on the tea house side of Victoria Park in Causeway Bay. In front of you is a group of police officers who asked a man to step aside for his personal details to be checked. The man, who is currently surrounded by police officers, just showed a plastic candlelight outside the Victoria Park, which is the site of an annual vigil to commemorate the victims who died in the 1989 Tiananmen crackdown. As you can see, police have set up a cordon to separate members of the press from the men. Reporters have just spoken with the man who is standing next to a police vehicle. Again, this is Victoria Park, closer to the Tin Hau MTR station side, and right now dozens of uniformed police officers are on standby, and some of them are speaking to a man who displayed a plastic candlelight just now at the Victoria Park, which is the site where Hong Kongers had openly mourned the death of the death in the 1989 Tiananmen crackdown. The man appeared to be showing some items to the police from his what appeared to be a lunch box. The candlelight that the man was holding just now had the words "Never forget June 4" on it. This year, the government closed down parts of Victoria Park ahead of the Tiananmen crackdown vigil. Tiananmen crackdown anniversary. This year marks the 33rd year since Beijing cracked down on a student-led democracy movement. Police have warned citizens not to attend unauthorized gatherings near Victoria Park, and there is heavy police deployment around the recreational venue in Causeway Bay. The man appeared to be showing an identity card or like an identification document to the police. Again, we are here at Victoria Park, closer to the Tin Hau MTR station side. As you can see, police have blocked access to the recreational venue. It came after the government announced yesterday that parts of the Victoria Park would be temporarily closed. They cited police observation that there were online calls for unauthorized assemblies near the park and saying it may involve illegal acts, but they didn't cite specific example. And a man was arrested yesterday on suspicion of spreading hate speech online against police and the government, and he was also said to have quote unquote incited people to gather at Victoria Park on June 4, which is today, which marks 33 years since the Tiananmen Square crackdown. As you can see, there is a police cordon being set up to separate reporters from the man who was holding a plastic candlelight just now, and he was taking pictures of the candlelight using Victoria Park as the backdrop. He was speaking to reporters, and he said that he has commemorated the Tiananmen crackdown for more than 3 decades, and he had always joined the vigil that was held in Victoria Park, except for several years when he was in Australia. The man who was being surrounded by police identified himself as Mr. Chan and said he's 61 years old. So you can see there are a lot of uniformed police officers on patrol. A police just now, a media liaison officer asked reporters at the scene to tell him which media organization they are representing. The man surrounded by police now has just put his bags down on the ground. To recap again, okay, before we recap, the man who's surrounded by police just shouted, "Today is June 4." To recap, we are in Victoria Park in Causeway Bay, but we're standing on the side closer to the Tin Hau MTR station. In front of us is a man who's being surrounded by police. The man had just displayed a plastic candlelight, and he was taking pictures of it outside the Victoria Park because parts of the park have been sealed off on June 4, which is today, which is also the 33rd anniversary of the Tiananmen Square crackdown in Beijing. Speaking to reporters just now, he said he had attended the commemorative mass vigil in previous years, which was organized by the now defunct Hong Kong Alliance. Some uniformed police officers have picked up the man's bag and appear to be inspecting it. Unfortunately, we can't get any closer because here you can see there's a police cordon separating members of the press from the man who's being surrounded by more than around 10 uniformed and plainclothes police officers. One of the police officers is holding a video camera to film the searching of the man's belongings, which included a crossbody bag, what appeared to be a bag holding his tennis rackets, because he told members of the press that he was going to play tennis in Victoria Park, since the tennis center, I believe, is not part of the facilities that is being closed down. But before he could make his way to the center, he was stopped and searched by the police after talking to members of the press. It's been around 10 minutes since the man was stopped and searched by police officers. Apart from that, this side of the Victoria Park appears to be relatively quiet, with just some members of the public walking around the park. The parts that have not been sealed off. The man police appear to have asked the man to allow the man to go. It's unclear whether the man appears to be walking to the exit of the Victoria Park. This man said police officers suspected he was bringing things that were problematic. He said police asked him to leave the Victoria Park.
但我覺得呢啲差人全部都係香港人嚟嘅。如果係，咁我希望佢哋做呢件事嘅時候，佢哋會自己諗下，做一個香港人，真正嘅香港人係佢想成為嗰啲嘢，係令到一個喺呢度住咗60年嘅香港人咁嬲到。咁我諗唔係淨係我嘅，好多都係佢咁嚟嘅。呢次係我最大膽嘅啦。咁我有硬性，都有機會人口㗎啦，即係會快過身嘅，咪做下嘢咯，夠膽就拉。嗰年我都拉咧，好多人，已經走咗好多人啦，就冇辦法啦。我有病，要留喺香港，佢冇辦法。你頭先係即係有冇話有啲咩行為啊，或者係攞一啲咩指示，有啲咩所以即係我唔知道你要問佢喎，我唔覺得我有啲乜嘢做錯喎，或者有啲咩唔得。佢認為我會引起集結，我叫咗好多人嚟。我唔知喎，我自己一個人，所以我自己好多朋友。
To recap, this man was being stopped and searched by police just now, and before he was stopped and searched, he had displayed a plastic candlelight outside Victoria Park, which is the site where Hong Kongers used to publicly mourn the dead in the 1989 Tiananmen crackdown. He said police told him that what he did might incite people together and has asked him to leave the park in Causeway Bay. He said police are now watching him and he must go, otherwise police may arrest him. We will end our live stream here. Please stay tuned for more updates on our social media. Thanks for watching.